Hi everybody. Hello. So, let me put this camera a little closer to the other camera. Sorry about that. So I wanted to talk to all of you about Tantra and sacred sexuality, because a lot of people hear the word Tantra and they think that it has a negative connotation. I've been practicing Tantric techniques for about, I think it was 2012-ish I started practicing, and it's wonderful, and it actually opens up your channels. So that's how I started really getting an understanding of channeling, how I really started tapping in. And so tantric work is wonderful for just the individual person. It can also be very healing for a relationship. So for those of you that have ever had any trauma, any sexual trauma, this could help you release that trauma. It could help you, because our bodies remember things. You know how you remember how to ride a bicycle, or you remember how to dance a certain way? Your cells in your body actually remember things. So it remembers trauma, and so it will lock that trauma, that traumatic feeling within it. And so when you do tantric work, it actually releases things. So tantric work is wonderful for releasing the chakras and opening the channel. So, there are some basic things that you can do with Tantra. If anybody has any questions or anything, I'm happy to answer questions about this. But you can use this to really tap in and connect with your higher spirit, with your soul. And you can also use it to connect with another person and be more open and loving and healed, right? So, hi Charlie, yes, you can do, I've been doing Tantra alone for, what is that, about 5 years, I think? Yeah. Yeah, you can practice this alone, and you don't have to involve someone else. However, if you do tantric work, it will actually change your vibration, so you attract people to you, and you will actually attract better people to you. So, anyways, sorry, I was getting messages here. Okay, so it's all about releasing the lower chakras, okay? It's about releasing all the chakras, but the problem we have in the United States, in the Western world, is that we suppress things. We suppress our emotions, and we hurt each other, right? And so if someone is perverted because of their own issues with blocked chakras and stuff, and they go and they hurt someone else traumatically, like, molest them or something, then it just keeps passing on the trauma to more and more people, and it kind of grows like a virus, right? So if you can release that traumatic block that you have, now you don't have to have had sexual trauma in order to have blocks. Everybody has blocks, and it's usually blocks from connecting to another person. We have major disconnect, and that's why so many people watch pornography or go look for sex without any type of connection, because they are blocked, right? They have blocked chakras, and so they have a lot of fear. And the root chakra is one of the main blocks, and the root chakra at the bottom of your spine is the fire element, and that's where we get our passion, but also we get our fear, right? So it's a very fiery, passionate fear base, so that if you need fight or flight, you can run or fight. And so that's where that consciousness is. And so a lot of people are afraid, or they've had a lot of fear in their life, so they have that root chakra blocked. And that root chakra will cause you to have just constant fear and anxiety and stuff. And then the second chakra, right below the belly button, this one is about your connection and your sexuality and the vulnerability and connecting with another soul, and even connecting with your own soul. So if you can unblock those lower chakras and release the stuff that you have suppressed down, it will actually allow you to connect with another person in a vulnerable, intimate way. Right? So there are different techniques you can use for this. The ones that I normally teach you guys, where I have you transmute the energy, you're transmuting what we call sexual energy. You are transmuting energy from the lower chakras up into the higher chakras, and then back down and cleansing it. That's what you're doing, okay? But there is some quicker ways to do these types of things, right? One technique to release some emotional buildup, right, and to be to feel better, right, is a technique where you put your arms up and you just pull them down and you chant the sound of the heart chakra. The heart chakra is in the middle of all the chakras, and it connects, it's really right between all of them, right? So if you can unblock your heart chakra, it helps to really open up a lot of different things. Okay, so you put your arms up and you go, ha, because we have ooh down here for the second chakra, but the heart chakra is ha, right? Hello. So if you go, ha, 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 do that for a couple of minutes. Do that with me. Ha, ha. And also, if you can thrust your hips forward while you do this, ha, 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 you will feel some major emotional release after a few minutes. So if you want to try that, maybe when you wake up in the morning before you get going in your day, maybe at night before you go to bed, maybe if you're just hanging out in the afternoon and you are by yourself and you're like, you know, I don't feel so good right now. Hi, Shell. You can actually do the Tantric Opener, right? And you thrust your hips forward and you go, ha, and that actually opens your heart chakra. And it also opens the second chakra if you're thrusting your hips, because that thrust of the hips is that second chakra. You're opening it. And the sound, ha, it really releases. And it releases especially and opens that heart chakra, that channel. Right? So this can be very healing for you. It can really open you up to other people. You have a different vibration when you do this kind of work. You probably notice that my vibration is usually pretty good, and that's because I do tantric work. I actually do this stuff all of the time. So it helps me to keep my vibration up. It keeps me clearer than most people, right? If you ever feel a lot of tension off of someone and they feel kind of low vibration, almost like they're aggravating you a little bit or annoying you, that's because they have a lot of blocked chakras going on. They have some stuff in there that they are not releasing. And the best way to release is to do the tantric work. So try this one, right? Try that one, and try it for at least 2 or 3 minutes. You might start crying, and that's an emotional release. You could start crying the first time you do this, and that's okay. If you start crying when you start doing this, keep doing it. Don't stop. Okay, don't go, oh, now I'm crying, I'm going to stop. All you released was a small layer of something that's going on there. Okay, we suppress anger primarily, right? When we get hurt by someone or we know that we've been disrespected, we get angry, and we have to suppress that anger, because anger helps us survive, right? If you're out in the woods and you're living as a primitive, then you are going to use anger to survive. You're going to be able to defend yourself, you know, you're going to be able to fight. However, right, we're in a civilized world, and so we're suppressing that anger. We get mad at somebody and we just suppress it down. And when we suppress it down, it goes to the lower chakra areas. Okay, and when you suppress it down, it builds up, and it's in your body. It's not just in your head. This is actually physically in your body. And this energy needs to be released. Okay, so try some of my tantric work. Try the ha. And also, if you ever watch any of my videos, you know that I do the transmuting with, and I'll show you that very quickly here. I know a lot of you already know this. I teach it all the time. But I'll show you briefly how to do this, where you open and move the chakra energies. Okay, and it's actually real simple to do. You just breathe, you breathe in, you inhale with your tongue to the top of your mouth, okay? And you inhale the energy up through the chakras, through the middle of your body, right? All the way to the head. And then you're going to do a mantra, and that's chanting, vibratory work. You're chanting and you're vibrating these sounds within the chakras, okay? So when you chant down, you're going to go, A, A, O, A, A, E, A, O, U, A. All right, so I have a meditation course that you guys can always take if you'd like to. But let's do this again together, right? So you're going to breathe in, you're going to pull the energy up, and you even want to contract down there at your root area, okay? contract down there and pull it up. And then when you chant down, release down there. Okay? It's going to move that energy up and down. All right? So. Okay, so what I did was I transmuted energy, lower chakra energy, from the root and the second chakra down there. I moved it up, and then I brought it back down by clearing it back down and vibrating and making those chakras move. Okay, so let's do it one more time. And you can actually do this technique with a partner while you're having sex. So let's say you're having sex, and then you stop. While you're having sex, you stop in the middle of it, and you both do this exercise together, and then you start having sex again. Okay, you can also do this alone. You can stimulate yourself, yes, with your hand or whatever, stimulate yourself, and then you don't want to go to orgasm or anything. You actually want to then do this, and then you can keep stimulating yourself. But when you do this, it's actually very healing. And when you stimulate the lower chakras, it actually causes it to build up more energy, and so it really starts moving. Okay, and that's why tantric work is known to be very sexual, because you're moving the sexual energy down there, you're releasing stuff, and you're better able to connect to other people's, especially intimately. All right, but again, I don't do this with other people, I do this with myself, so you do not have to do this with another person. You would actually do this as long as you want. However, I usually do, I don't count, so I usually do a few minutes of it. So it really depends on, how I'm feeling or how much time I have. But I go through the whole sequence, and I usually do the transmuting for about 2 or 3 minutes. It really just depends. But yeah, anyways, you ready? Let's do it one more time. Transmute the energy. Breathe in. Okay, so that is a wonderful way to move that lower energy. But also, again, make sure you try. If you didn't try this yet, you need to try the okay? Try that for a few minutes and see what happens. You'll probably have an emotional release. If not, it'll at least be a subtle one, okay? And you'll probably feel a lot better and better able to feel things off of people, okay? And connect with people and really connect with yourself and to get more intuitive. This tantric work really gets you into being intuitive, right? It really opens that channel. It clears those chakras. Standing, sitting, or doesn't matter? That's a good question. I always do it sitting. I'm trying to think. I do circulation body of light sometimes standing, which I'm not going over right now. But for all of these, I sit in the yoga pose. It's good to sit in the yoga pose with your legs crossed for this kind of work, typically. It depends on, there's so many techniques. But yeah, for this, just sit in the yoga pose if you can. You want to sit on a pillow, and that will help, your back relax when you do this. So that's a little bit about Tantra, how wonderful it is, how healing it is. If you know anyone that would like to open up more, to be more intimate and to feel better connected mind, body, and spirit within themselves and with other people, definitely look into Tantra. I think I'll go ahead and start putting together the emotional release workshop for everybody, and maybe even some tantric stuff coming up for the summer. I would really like to do that for all of you. I do workshops here at my house, and as you guys know, I've been super busy, and I'm trying to put this meditation course out first, and then I'll start working on the other things. So I really want to get everybody doing this kind of work because it's so healing. It's helped me tremendously, and I would love to see other people really just, blossom as a person and feel better connected and have better sex, because yeah, you can have great physical sex, But women especially are very emotional about sex. And that's because that second chakra and the fourth chakra have to be connected to the other person. And that energy has to move, right? And you really have to trust somebody to feel that connection with that person. And so, yeah, you can get off physically, but when you can get off emotionally and mentally, so mind, body, spirit, that is the most amazing way to really release and connect with another person. So, yes. So love and light, everyone. I actually, I have to go, but I have something going on. I will see you all very soon. Namaste. Thank you. I hope this helped you. At least I gave you 2 little quick techniques you can try out. Will I be on again tomorrow? I have so many things going on right now. Probably not. I have an event tomorrow afternoon, and I'll probably be there throughout the evening. I'm not sure. So I don't want to make any promises. I do try to go on at least twice a week live with you guys. So I'm always here Monday nights, and then I try to go either Wednesday or Thursday. You know, and today we're doing the Thursday, so I'll try to get on this weekend. Can't make promises, though, because I have so much to do. But I will see you Monday if I don't see you guys beforehand. Maybe I can get on for 15 minutes again. I'll try. But I always post it on my Facebook, and then I share it with my groups and let you all know that I am going to go on. So sometimes it might be 2 or 3 hours beforehand. Other times I try to do it like in the afternoon. Like, okay, I have a little time tonight. I can do this. Oh, thank you. Thanks, Charlie. Thank you, everybody. Thanks for joining. Thank you, Shell. Thank you, Hanson. Y'all have a wonderful evening, and I will see you again shortly. And I would love to hear from all of you. If you tried out either of these techniques on your own and had an emotional release, or you just had an interesting experience, I would love to hear back from you guys. You know, that's what keeps me going, is hearing that you guys are actually getting some help from me. So thanks again, love and light, and see you soon.